Start your engines.
Hello, and welcome to this evening's Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. You join myself, Lemony Tang, in the commentary booth. This is the SSRL, the Silly Season Racing League. It's round 8 from Hungary, and as you can see, it is absolutely raining cats and dogs for these guys this evening. Nobody has dared to come out of the pit lane. And we'll have a quick look and see what the weather is showing us here this evening. I'll have to get that back up. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite do it itself. So, let me just get in here. Yeah, there we go. So the weather for the moment seems to be raining as we see. It's going to get drier though for the guys and then back raining again. So perhaps a little bit too wet out here for intermediates. But as we have a look at Quincy, he's one of the first cars out on track. We do have a few out here already on their first exploratory laps. We'll have a look at Darrell here. You don't want to be full of fuel. Get an eye in. No risk here at the moment. And as he's gearing up for the first timed lap of this evening, I have to apologise for my voice. You can hear a bit of a crackle in there. Down at Brands Hatch this weekend just gone with the British Touring Car Championship. Absolutely brilliant. And as you can hear, I'm still suffering the effects from a fantastic day's racing. Whoa, Darrell is very loose too. The final corner to really get us going here this evening. Down into turn 1, extended. I believe it might have been 96. I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong on that one. But definitely extended back in the day anyway to provide a much better braking zone. Into turn 2, a very high curb on the inside. Can unsettle the car, swoop in left-hander, and now opening up turns 3 all the way up the hill towards turns 4. Formidable corner here in the Hungaroring. really does sort the men from the boys into turns 5. Easy to lose the rear on a dry day, let alone a wet day. Through there, through the chicane. And a short hop, skip and a jump. And now the S's. 8, 9, 10 and 11 S's. And this is really where all the time is going to be won and lost here this evening. Important to get a good run through 11 down the straight to 12. Heartbreaking zone. Into 13. Again, a very tight corner. Watch that curb on the inside. On the exit, bring it back to the left hand side to open up the final corner now. Turns 14. And that is a lap of the Hungary. Brought to us by Darrell here. And he is top of the timing sheets. Everyone else out on some laps now at the moment. Let's have a look at Quincy. We had a look at him earlier on. We're right on board with Quincy through the S's. Yellow flags are happening out here. People just finding the limit here in qualifying. A short shift there just to get that car in. Nice work from Quincy down into turn 12, running a little bit wide there, you have to say. Getting away from him at the moment, but keeping it on the track. That's the most important thing. Some yellow flags out there, other drivers struggling a bit more. But through the final corner goes Quincy, and towards the line we go. And it's in the provisional third at the moment. But as there's 12 minutes and 50 odd seconds left on the clock, there's going to be plenty of time for this order to be Tokyo Drift by Quincy. This order will change. Lush Naziri in the Alpine has just started a lap for himself, letting everyone else out there perhaps getting the track a little bit drier, picking up that excess water. But as he runs wide, he keeps it validated, which is unusual. Perhaps he is backed off in his efforts though. Toppleson towards the line comes Toppleson. What kind of a lap time is he going to put on the board? Into 5th. Solid banker laps here. Mr. Welter goes top of the timesheets on a 127.8. So the track seems to be improving for some of these guys. Kovic's getting into 2nd. Look at Teco here, I believe. He may be on one. Well, we will wait and see. Perhaps he has made a mistake out there at some stage. Towards the line goes Teco into 6th. So now he's getting an eye in there himself as well. T Brown, he started a lap in 9th, but we'll jump down to Jolly Boy John. He was just in front of T Brown, in fairness. So a bit of a split in the pack here. Some drivers have decided to go for a lap. Quincy, top of the time sheets on a 127.5. So some of the pack have decided to stay in, let the track come to them. As you can see, it stopped raining now. And we're going to get a spell of dry. So perhaps we'll have a bit of a run at the end. You want to leave it too late. You see that weather up there? It's going to rain again at some stage in qualifying. So there's still moisture on the track here. Let that be no question. But the line will start to dry out. And that's when we're going to see a set of slicks. I'd say we'll see a set of slicks perhaps with about 5 minutes to go. It has to be your best bet. If it rains on your last effort, you're not going to get there. But Jolly Boy, top of the time sheets at a 136.4. So the track is going to these drivers. And they're drying it up for each other. And it's getting better. The DRS is now being enabled. So there we go. Drivers are perhaps going to start overheating these intermediates sooner rather than later. Mr. Wilter on a flyer up the hill. He's down by 3 seconds, so perhaps the tyres have given up at this stage. T-Man's flying up the hill as well at the turns 4 on a push lap. 2 stabs of the cherry there, but he's up by 7/10. Let's have a look at the grip levels now. Remember, on board with Darrell at the start of qualifying, it was almost wet tyres, not intermediates, but this track has dried out and come to these drivers. Through the S's goes T-Bran. A little bit wide through the first one, but he makes up with it in the second one if he was a little bit tight. Picking up some mid-corner understeer through the final part of the S's there as well. And there we go. Just gets that front. Then I thought he was going to run wide. Perhaps locking up, but there we go. The track is fully dry here. The track is dried up a tremendous amount. I think T-Bran would have been better off pulling in, to be honest, but across the line goes T-Bran. And a 125.0 is showing this track has come to that crossover now. Darrell's going to try it on here in the McLaren. No, Sebo goes top of the time sheets and a 124.3, so the lap times are coming down now. Across the line goes Darrell to take provisional pole. So there we go. Are we going to see some drivers out on some drives? We do indeed. Rush Naziri's come out. Andy's come out. Herman the German is out here as well on a warm-up lap, and he's about to start his lap here. So let's have a look at Herman, the first driver on softs to be setting a lap time here, and he's going to take us around the track, and we'll see for ourselves how he's getting on. Hard braking down into turn one, swing it in, try and open up that apex as much as possible. Down the hill towards two. Easy to snatch a front left through there. No assists in this league as well, so fair play to everybody on that one. Absolutely fantastic commitment through turns 4 into 5. And yeah, so like this is as real as it can get for these guys. Pushing extremely hard through the chicane is Herman into the S's now. 8, 9, 10, and then 11. He is pushing it for all it's worth here, trying to gain as much of an advantage and all the grip as he can. Down towards into 12. And now the second last corner, a little bit wide if anything. He couldn't quite cut back in to open up the drive out, but he's going to be setting this time and border light here. Towards the line goes Herman, and it's a 116.7 to 9, and it's 8 seconds quicker, is it? 6.7 seconds. Fantastic stuff by Herman, the first driver across the line, but Naziri pips him to it. Into provisional pole on a 116.3. Darrell is yellow flag. He has crashed through the S's. That's a disaster. We're right on board. There he is there on the right hand side. Yellow flags are out, but it's not going to stop Andy. He's still on it. Darrell with a fantastic opportunity here. He was running so well in third, but unfortunately, because the dry tyres are going to be on every single driver here, he is going to end up plumb last unless someone beneath him does the similar thing. Andy towards the line and goes top of the time sheets and a 115.7. There we go. Ivor's yet to set a lap time, and so has Pleasant Snake. So let's have a look at Ivor here. Into the final sector we go. Drivers keeping out of the way. Keeping it on the island is key in a session like this. And towards the line. And it's into third position. Third position. Fantastic effort from Ivor for the moment. Some drivers are in, some drivers are out. Look at this, it's like a race through the final sector here. Unbelievable. We're side by side. There's got to be contact. What is going on, Mr. Welter? Toberson and this was that. Mr. Welter the second. He will not be happy. Kismikus, was it? It was indeed. So it's Kismikus and Toberson. Hey, There goes Gismicus. So Gismicus and Thompson getting the handbags out. And Mr. Wouter on his lap there, lucky to get away with it. How you doing, everyone watching the stream? Let me know in the comments who you think is going to get pole position. There's 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. This is the SSRL. It's the Silly Season Racing League. It's round 8 from Hungary. Brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the links in the description. So, I don't know if Thomason's on one now or not, but we won't worry about that one. We'll have a look at Truckster. Truckster yet to set a lap time. And it's sun for now, so the track has improved and it's definitely given the best amount of grip now. Into the final sector goes Truckster in the Red Bull. No lap time, as he said already. He's leaving it close towards the end. Into the final corner. Swings Truckster and he accelerates now down the straight towards the line and he's into 8th position. So that's a solid mid-pack there for Truckster. T-Brown's on one as well. He's coming into the pits next. Oh, sorry, into the final sector, I should say. Don't know if he's coming into the pits or if he's staying out on a push lap here. He is indeed into the final corner. We're right on board at the Williams driver. DRS wide open towards the line and into 8th. Immediately snatches 8th back from Truckster there. Jolly Boy towards the line next. Into 9th. That's a good effort. And then I don't know who's next. Excuse me. Bit of a weird cough that was. It was an Osebo across the line. So drivers pushing. Drivers waiting in the pit lane as well. Checo seems to be on one here. A little bit of a lock up there, but that's okay. And into the pits comes Teco. So a bit of a lull in the proceedings at the moment. As everyone gears up for the final runs of this evening. T-Brand's invalidated. So there we go. Here's the pack coming out of the pits. Led by Pleasant Snake. Well, it's just about. Look, there's a load of traffic there. So that Haas I seen up in front. It was indeed. It's Andy. And then there's an Aston Martin as well of Ivor. So he's the first one, is he? No. Yes. We'll wait and see. Is he the first one that's going to set a lap time here? On his final run. We're trying to pick up the group. There's another car up in front of us. I'm not quite sure who it is, but we'll see if they cross the time and being before us. Probably Kismikus, is it? No. Alright. So here we go. Ivor starting his final flyer here. We'll stay with the Aston Martin driver as he thunders down the main straight towards turns 1, down the hill, hard on the brakes. Down to 60, 59 mile an hour on the apex there. Accelerated out through turns 1, down the hill, and again into turns 2. Hard onto the brakes, swing that front end. Hope the rear end follows it, and then now sweep it out to turns 3. And it's up the hill towards turn 4 now. Sector 1 is completed, and we're up by almost 5/10 of a second here for Ivor. So he's going to be pushing on the door of pole position here. Can he do anything? Can he improve any more? Through the chicane we go, and now into the famous S's. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's turns 8, 9, 10, and 11. As we come back down the hill now towards turns 12. Hungary based in a valley here, and we're up by that 5/10. Not too shabby. Through the final sector here, we'll see him having a good time. The checker flag has flown here in qualifying. If you're on a lap, you're allowed to finish it, but you cannot start one. Towards the line comes Ivor, and he's into second on a 115.9. A cracking effort there. Is this Quincy going to be next to the line? It is indeed. What kind of an effort can Quincy put up on the board? Towards the line into 10th. Happy days for himself. Andernan in 6th. A shot up into 4th with a cracking effort there. There's a Mercedes of Andy. He's going to come in with that one. He is indeed. Someone's had an issue. Herman the German. No, it's Pleasant Snake has had an issue. So Herman through the final corner now. What can last year's champion do? Towards the line. And he's into 4th. Unbelievable, into 4th. So that may be it. It is. And he gets pole position for the SSRL round 8 with an absolute cracking effort at a 115.7. Joining him on the front row is Mr. Welter. And then too will be extremely happy with that one. Congratulations to Andy in the pits and Mr. Welter out there on track with a cracking effort. So that's Andy who takes pole position with Mr. Welter joining him on the front row. Ivor in 3rd and Herman the German in 4th. Andy in 5th with Rush Naziri 6th. T. Bran in 7th with Jolly Boy John in 8th. Quincy 9th with Truckster 10th. No Sebo 11th. Kovaska 12th. Deco 13th with Toberson 14th. Kissakis 15th with Darrell 16th. Skid Solo 17th, Sinful 18th, and Pleasant Snake in 19th. So with a fantastic qualifying there for the SSRL, we look forward to the race coming up shortly. But in the meantime, let's have a quick look-ski here. Oh, it's gonna be a wet one as well. That is not good for these drivers. Apparently it's sunshine at the moment, but it's not looking like it is. Perhaps that'll load in once the race starts officially. But let's have a look at the driver standings here. Yes, indeed. So as you see, Andy takes pole position and takes the championship lead on 113 points. Herman the German in 2nd on 107 with Ivor in 3rd, Fellison in 4th, and Mr. Welter is your top 5. A solid championship battle between the top 3, Fellison and Mr. Welter, with Rush Naziri and Kovacsky, you have to say. Pleasant Snake in there as well, with a good battle for 4th to 8th. The Danger Dave D. Perez in 9th and 10th. That's your top 10 in the championship. Then we have Truckster in 11th with Jolly Boy John in 12th and F-Tronics in 13th. In 14th we have T-Brown in the Williams. 15th Skid Solo. And 16th we got Anderman. So he's making a good round here. He's hoping for some good points to get him up that championship table. A lot of these drivers very close together at the championship. Quincy's in 17th and Taco in 18th. Quan 19th and Darrell in 20th. No Sebo in 21st with Toberson 22nd. Sinful 23rd with Electric 6 24th. Kisselkus 25th. And Vinny Enzo in 26th. The constructors, you can see Aston Martin leading the way on 170 points, followed second, closely in second by Alfa Romeo on 150 points. That's 20 points between them. That's a one driver race. Third, I think it is. So that's a solid one there with that one for the championship. Mercedes in 3rd. Haas 4th with McLaren your top 5. So the top 4 teams all over 100 points here. We're 5th, 6th, Alpine. The reserves are in 7th. Ferrari in 8th. Red Bull Racing 9th. Williams in 10th. And AlphaTauri in 11th. So as we await for the guys to get themselves sorted. Let's see what kind of highlights I have from the last race. Let's have a look-ski here. Trade now, but Andy's getting held up here by Pleasant Snake, I would assume. Male drivers looking as a team once again, perhaps. Oh, spin for T-Brand, pushing so hard. Holy mo. Alright, that seems to have worked really well. So let's have a look then from the first part of the replays here. It's near the back of it. Everyone sorting themselves out towards turns 4 and 5. Indeed, everyone gets around nicely. For the moment, the pack is still side by side down towards 6 and 7. Oh, who's that spinning? Oh my word, that's Quincy lucky to get away with that one. So these are all the replays from the last race out there. As you can see, there's some action on lap 1. Let's have a look at the next one here. From the SSR
lap 7.
By the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description. We had Chuckster and Anderson going side by side. Anderson and Fellison up in front here for 4th position, and it's 3 wide into the braking zone. This could get messy, and they all get away with it just about, but the Red Bull has been relegated quite a bit there now and loose through the exit, and that's someone spinning as well. So that was some highlights there from the last day. I'm gonna bring that in and get rid of this one. Boom. So we are back with the Grand Prix here. Andy is leading the field around on this warm-up lap. It is going to be a wet race here this evening. This is the SSRL. It's round 8 from Hungary, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Andy is your pole position winner in first, with Mr. Welter joining him on the front row. Ivor in third, Herman the German in fourth, Andernan in fifth with Rush Naziri in sixth, T-Brand seventh with Jolly Boy John in eighth, Quincy in ninth, and Truckster in the Red Bull, your top 10. Dano Sebo in 11th with Kovicska in 12th, Teko 13th with Toberson 14th, Kismikas 15th with Darrell 16th, Skid Solo 17th, Sinful 18th, and Pleasant Snake rounding out our running order here this evening in 19th position. So it is 14 corners around the Hungary Grand Prix track. It's 4.4 kilometers, 2.8 miles, and as you can see, it's basically a blown up go-kart track. It's tight, it's twisty. You need to be on your game to win this race, and you need a bit of lady luck with you as well, because drivers make mistakes and you could be collected. I've been there, we've all been there. So let's see how we get on here this evening. Andy brings the field towards their hatchings here. As he lines up, we await the rest of the field. And I'm sure the guys are going to be feeling a little bit nervous as they thunder down towards turns 1. It's important to try and visualize what you're about to do, and then as soon as the lights go out, it all changes. But here we go. We're waiting for the green flag and to be under starters orders. Pleasant Snake rolls into position, and we await the lights on the gantry. Here we go. We've got 4. We've got 5. And it's lights out. We are racing for the SSRL. Everyone thundering down towards turns 1. Loose off the start, trying to find some traction. Andy leads the way with the rest of the pack following down into turns 1. There's an Alpine on the inside, but everyone giving each other racing room. And we all seem to have gotten away with it for now. The rest of the pack now going towards turns 2. This is where it can get a bit tricky between some drivers in the mid-pack. Do we have anyone spinning? Not quite, but there's a lot of changing of rate of positions here as the field try and sort themselves out up over the rise of the hill of turns 4 for the first time. We're still getting there with everyone. Few drivers running wide. But what a fantastic start to the race we have just had. Everyone is away here around the first lap. Oh, there we go. We've got T-Brown having a bit of a spin out there. Is he going to get collected? No, he's reversed out of the way and keeps going. Unfortunately for himself, there's a yellow flag as well through the S's. There's everyone struggling to pick up some grip here this evening. It's a wet and wild one out there. Right up Kismikas through the S's now. Back to the front of the field. It's Mr. Welter who leads the first lap of the Grand Prix. Andy has been demoted to second. I don't know how that happened. He seemed to be pretty far up the road into turns 1. Ivor is in third. Herman the German in fourth. Andy is their top 5. But look at Herman down the inside on Ivor towards the braking zone of turns 1. And he makes it. The move stick. And he is up into third position. Some of the field coming in for new. Pleasant Snake and Simple coming in for new tyres. Let's see, they're still on inters. Did it change for wets? Darrell, T-Brown and Skid Solo. We got a yellow flag out there as well. People having some dramas. The race leaders don't seem to be having it too bad at the moment. But the rest of the pack pushing extremely hard here this evening. We have a look at Kovacic as we come up over the rise of turns 5 into the chicane. And now the S's. Where is Kovacic gonna end up in the race? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Oh, Kovacic, can't believe it. Nearly spins it. Oh my word. Commentators curse much. He gets away with it. Holy moly. Let's have a look at that one side-by-side replay because that was Dodge Central. Right on board of Kovacic and both screens here. You'll see at the bottom right where the replay is just how close he gets to losing it through the corner. Oh, just saves it. That is Colin McRae stuff. Take a bow, son. That was phenomenal effort to keep that on the track. Teko's pushing hard behind Thoberson. It's another close ball of the racetrack for now. Thoberson trying to get a good run through the exit there. Cool his tyres perhaps. Some of these drivers might be experiencing some hot tyres. We got a yellow flag out there. It's Kismikas. He's crashed and it's a safety car. Oh my word, it's unbelievable. It's lap 3 of 35. Oh, it's such a disaster for the Williams driver. Kismikas out of the race on lap 3. And does anyone come in for a new set of tyres? Let's have a look and see what the car is saying for some of these guys. get rid of the weather because we know pretty much what's happening there. It is a wet one here this evening. So, let's have a look-ski there. 12% on the rears. Nah, you wouldn't really want to come in there. Everyone's going to stay out, I would say, with that one. And Chris McGills has left the session, unfortunately for himself there. So let's pull up here a replay of the start. We just missed the start, but this is where the action is. With it for now, the rest of the pack now going towards turns 2. This is where it can get a bit tricky between some drivers in the mid-pack. Do we have anyone spinning? Not quite, but there's a lot of changing of positions here as the field try and sort themselves out up over the rise of the hill of turns 4 for the first time. We're still getting there with everyone. A few drivers running wide. But what a fantastic... As we come up over the rise of turns 5 into the chicane. And now the S is where is Kovacs gonna end up in the race? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Oh, Kovacs, can't believe it. Nearly spins it. Oh my word. Commentators curse much. So there we go. That's the highlights for the moment. Try and pick up some more as we go through the race, but the guys providing some fantastic action so far through the SSRL race here this evening. We are under caution on lap 4 of 35, and we await to get restarted. A couple of drivers there behind the pack, Pleasant Snake and Sinful and Darrell. Not able to catch up because of the delta, so we've got one more lap under the safety car here. Under the rain. We've got 31 laps left of this Grand Prix, and we look forward to it. There's 11% on the race leaders' tyres. How does that stack up with everyone else on their rears? Andy's looking at 11%, so 11% every 5 laps. Well, it would have been every 3 laps, really. One, maybe 2-stop race. Have to wait and see how the weather looks later on. We'll pull that up right now and see what they're saying. Oh, so it's light rain now, heading towards even heavier rain. So there's no chance of the race drying up anytime soon. And I hope the drivers have brought their swimming togs and their armbands, because by the end of it, it looks as if they'll need it. Up over the rise of turns 5. Having a look here of Andy. There's no damage. Let's bring that up again. See if anyone's suffering with damage. There is a bit of damage on Andy's car. But this is weird. It says 0%, but then Mr. Welter's one isn't even on because there's no damage at all in it, unless he's no wing. There we go. Fantastic inside this bit of telemetry, and Simple is still back there as he spun under safety car. I'm not quite sure. Simple must have had a spin because he is well back. And we are going to be under caution for another lap. How did that happen? I have no idea. Yeah, let's have a look ski here. So Mr. Welter's on 12%. Andy's on 11. And this is where these drivers need to be smart. You can really look after the car under the safety car here and save yourself fuel, save yourself tires, and that'll give you that little bit of an advantage, which is what we're always trying to do. Find that fair advantage, which is so hard to find. So Ivor is pretty solid on the tires as well. Look at Andy. Andy's really kind on his tires. 9%. There you go. Perhaps driving that car as you'd expect. The Red Bull of Truckster. Quincy on 8% tires. That's good. That's really good. Look at that, 8% to 12% on Jolly Boy. That's an extra lap's worth of grip, that is. 12%. Who's the worst out here of everyone? Oh, look at that, 4%. Because that's brand new tires. We're back down to the guys now, 6%, 5%, 1%. Well done, Simple. Oh, he's on wets. So that's all Simple done. He pitted for wets. Interesting. He's seen the weather forecast and he's going to try and call the bluff here this evening from the weatherman. Or it's going to start raining harder. Here we go. So let's leave this here now. Safety cars in this lap. Mr. Welter takes over the privilege of bringing the field back to green flag racing. It's up to him when he accelerates. And it looks as if he's gone now into the final corner. Andy is being caught absolutely napping here. Herman's pitted, so Herman's pitting for a new set of wet tires, I'd assume, here, and everyone else thunders back towards turn 1 and brings us back to racing. Mr. Welter's already 2 seconds up the road, but Ivor is up the inside and there's contact. Anderman nearly into the wall. Holy moly. Gets away with it, but nearly wrecks himself there. He's side by side with Quincy, and Quincy makes him pay for that mistake. Lucky to be still on the track here though, but these drivers are going to start aquaplaning if anything here. It's starting to come down a lot heavier. Herman's done an absolute blinder here, I'd have to say. As the rain intensifies here in Hungary, the race is intensifying here as well. Look at that, Jolly Boy having a pop at Andernan and around the outside. No, not able to. And look at that, Rush Naziri up in front is struggling as well. To the left-hander we go. Everyone's having issues with the grip out there at this stage. It's fully wet now in towards the final sector as Mr. Welter has got himself a 3-second lead. But his teammate Ivor is going to be held up here in the pits. Could he be playing a game there? Mr. Welter continues. Ivor's into the pits, so who's pitting and who's staying out? That's going to be the question. We'll have to see where Herman the German is, because that's where we're going to find how does everyone else find out. Here we go. Herman's into the final corner. He's enjoying this new grip. He is indeed. And Ivor was in second, I should say. Is he going to get out of the pits before Herman? No, he is not. So Herman leapfrogs himself all the way up to 14th position, but that is going to be effectively the race lead. Second, I should say, with Sinful, who's going to get the race lead here. Very impressive strategy from Herman with the safety car restart, and it's going to pay off for him. This is very dodgy indeed. Daryl. Hey, Daryl. And Pleasant Snake going hard at us. Sinful is there now in them wets. Look at this. Let's have a look at Sinful. He's going to tear through the cars up in front. Everyone is loose into the chicane. Lucky to get away with it. And there's contact on the exit as well. Where did Daryl think the Alfa Romeo was meant to go there? I'm not quite sure. Given his position back though. In fairness, there's contact. He's spinning. Daryl is spinning. He's sideways at the side of the track. I can't believe it. And that was always going to happen. Two teammates Disaster. He's back going, but there we go. Oh, Torberson's had an issue as well. Torberson's spinning to the inside. He is indeed. Driver's finding this extremely hard now. Mr. Wilder and Andy are into the pits. Quincy's continued on. He is continuing on with them inters. So he's going to try it. And Herman the German is going to pass all these guys as well. Herman's right behind us here on them wets. Let's have a look at Simple. Simple's caught a lot of drivers here on these inters, and he's on these wets. And this is effectively the battle for third position here. Simple's on the back of it, and he needs to get cracking because Herman the German is only a few seconds behind. Herman's going for a move into the left-hander, not quite able to get there. But this is where it can become tricky. Huge battle for third position here, involving 5 drivers. Sinful at the back here. Pleasant Snake can't do anything about it around the outside. Look at that. What a maneuver from Sinful, using that extra grip to his advantage, and takes the position. Towards the final 2 corners goes Simple in the McLaren. Now he is concentrating on the Nocebo up in front in the Red Bull. Who is that? That's Rush Naziri, ever so loose in front, and everyone's still sliding around. Quincy's keeping it out there, but Simple is really pushing hard now on these wets. To the inside goes Nocebo to defend, but that could very well be a mistake as he's locking up into the chicane, into the hairpin. Oh, where did he go? He's there. How did he not career into the car in front? I have no idea. But Simple gets the position, puts him under pressure, and gets it. Now it's Rush Naziri, the next car up in front. Herman is right behind us here as well, so Herman's caught us up. But as the wets are the superior tyre now at this stage up the inside. Oh, what a maneuver from Simple, getting the elbows out and making that maneuver stick, and that is position 4 for Simple, and he makes it. Herman up the inside at the back there as well. Yellow flags. We've had someone spin. Now, foot rejoined safely, so that's good news. Battle Royale with Teco and Co. Let's have a look at Teco. 4 cars there. Oh no, Rush Naziri goes wide, and look at this. This is where we've got 4 drive. Everyone's on wets up in front here, are they? I'm not quite sure what's happening. Andy pushed to the inside. Pleasant Snake, T-Brand, and Simple go side by side into turn 1, and the rest of the guys are going to have the elbows out here too. Rush Naziri down the inside of Pleasant Snake, not able to do it. And these intermediates, look at Pleasant Snake so sideways into the braking zone. Fantastic car control, you have to say. With the wet runners passing now, this has been the wrong decision, as Rush Naziri goes extremely wide in turn 2. Herman. Oh my word, what are you doing? Herman the German has just crashed into Simple and caused a safety car. Unbelievable. The 2 wet drivers have crashed into each other. They've just thrown away their best opportunity of winning this race. I can't believe it. Herman must have damage. He does. He's got front left, front right damage. 25%. And what about Sinful. Oh, disaster for Sinful, and he's lost his whole front wing. And he will not be a happy camper there. It's lap 11 of 35. We'll have a look at the replay and see what went down. So as we look at Herman here, we're going to go to the top of the helicopter. Oh, Herman loses the rear and careers into Sinful and takes them both out. Herman the German, I can't believe it, makes that mistake. Let's have a look at the replay one more time. And everyone's pushing so hard, of course. The mistakes are going to happen and things are going to be done. But let's have a look at this. This just looks as if he's a little bit wide of the apex there, perhaps trying to intimidate the McLaren up in front or just take his own line. But on the exit, his rear wheel clips the curb. Under acceleration here, it's the white line, and there we go, into the wall. Go the two drivers. Absolute disaster for Alfa Romeo and the McLaren. We just have a look at Sinful there, getting his brand new front wing. But that's the story. Herman has gone back to intermediates here. So Herman was on wets and he's gone to intermediates. Let's have a look at the weather and see what that's saying to us. So it's going to start to rain less soon, but it's still quite a long way away, you'd have to say. We'll just keep an eye on it. So there we go. The second safety car in the race. This is the SSRL. It's round 8 from Hungary, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description.
Introducing the ultimate racing notebook, your indispensable companion for every motorsport racer. This sleek, purpose-built notebook is designed to enhance your racing experience. Take notes after every session, make each drive count. Write down and review incidents, lap times, and your performance. This racing notebook comes equipped with dedicated time slots for personal and session bests for each race event. Now you can keep track of practice sessions, qualifying laps, and the main race with precision, allowing you to easily note down the critical moments of each session. In the notes section, you can capture every detail, whether you want to jot down driver insights, strategies, or highlight standout moments. The notes section provides you with the canvas to document the essence of each race. The racing notebook is not just a journal, it's a comprehensive tool to enhance your racing experience. Whether you're a casual fan or a dedicated motorsports aficionado, this notebook is the perfect companion to fuel your passion for racing and gain lap time and consistency.
Now you rejoin me back in the commentary booth here. The field are all starting to pack themselves back up. And we await for the safety car restart. Check out the links in the description. The Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Try and support the channel. If you like the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. So Herman in 13th is not a happy camper there, and he is taking himself out of contention. We'll jump back towards Mr. Welter on these wets. And how long are these wets going to last? Apparently, the weather forecast is going to change once more in the rain. We'll have to wait and see here. But the safety car is in at the end of this lap. Mr. Welter backs the pack up. And he's going to be hoping for another good restart. He got a 2-second advantage into turn 1 the last time. 3.4 by the end of the lap 1. But Quincy's on these intermediates and Mr. Welter's on these wets. Has Quincy given himself... He's gone with the Herman the German strategy. Hopefully it pays off, perhaps. Mr. Welter brings us back to green flag racing. And as the pack make their way onto the front straight once more. The green flags wave. Down towards turns 1 goes Ivor, down the inside of Quincy, not able to do it. Quincy hard on the brakes, is deep in the brakes as well. But maintains the position. Good defensive driving from Quincy there. With all these drivers now on wets, perhaps Inter's stops raining so heavy. Could be the way to go, but there's still plenty of standing water for the moment. Jolly Boy and Andernan almost side by side into turn 4. But that's okay. Deckel's pitted for Inters there. And Darrow's past Herman the German. Herman's not having a good one here this evening. That's the second McLaren he's seen in front of him. Rush Naziri and Pleasant Snake go side by side up in front as well. And Snake in 8th, Naziri in 9th, and Darrell is right on the back of them as well. This is heating up between the drivers. Oh, it's really close between Ivor and Quincy. They're thousands between each other. Quincy maintains the position. Jolly Boy and Andernan again. Jolly Boy around the outside. Here we go. Ivor is trying it on though. Down the front straight we go for the 16th, 15th time I should say. Into turn 1. Ivor cannot get it done. He's trying it around the outside. Quincy gives him room. Ivor gets the acceleration just about, and he's up the inside towards turns 4, and he makes that maneuver stick. Quincy's been relegated to third. Well, how long are them Inters gonna last them here with everyone else around them on these wets? It's a bold strategy from Quincy here, and it might pay off towards the end of this race. Rush Naziri and co are having an absolute belter back here as well. There's 2 major battles going on. 3, I should say. The rest of the guys here behind as well. Who is that? No, Sebo and Sinful. Sinful's trying to make his way back through the field after that that contact with Herman. Herman and Pleasant Snake. Andernan pushed down. No, he's not. Yes, he is. T-Bran making moves, and around the outside goes Andy. Not quite able to make a move as Andy on them intermediates, but he looks like he's got more grip now. Oh, Andy nearly into the back of Andernan. Gets away with it though. Jolly Boy. Finding on with Quincy as well. Can't quite get the power down, so we'll go back towards Andy. Sinful's had a spin, another spin for Simple. He's gonna wish he didn't come to Hungary this evening. Into the braking zone. Quincy and Jolly Boy are going side by side with each other. The old switcheroo. Whoa. Ivor hustling the car through the right-hander of turns 3, heading up the hill. We're looking at Jolly Boy behind Quincy on them Inters, so seems to have settled out. It's pretty much on the cusp of Inters or wets here, so that's perhaps why Quincy's doing so well. Although the guys behind do seem to be forming an orderly queue. How many laps longer is it going to be orderly? Not even another corner. Jolly Boy into the back of Quincy there, but no harm, no foul. Just a nudge to remind him he's still there. Them wets are providing a bit more. Let's get Solo spun, and up the inside goes Jolly Boy. Jolly Boy on Quincy, and he makes the maneuver stick. And look at this, Kovacs immediately trying to fight Quincy, and he takes the position. So Quincy loses 2 positions in one corner on them intermediates. Good maneuver from Kovacs there, though, you have to admit. Opportunistic as ever. Rush Naziri on Truckster back here in the Alpine. this could get dicey into the next few corners. There's another Red Bull behind as well. No Sebo's applying the pressure. Naziri is in a Red Bull sandwich here, and he didn't quite get the best of launches off the final corner either. Can No Sebo do anything into the braking zone? No, because Rush Naziri blocked the front nose off him. All right. Let's ride on board a T-Brand and see how Quincy's getting on up in front of us on these inters, because he is praying it stops raining. Any second now would do Quincy just fine, but it's still pelted it down here in Hungary. Lap 17 of 35. And this race has already seen some fantastic passes, an action-packed race, 2 safety cars. If you're only joining us, we look forward to the rest of this race. As Treban tries to hustle Quincy round the last corner there, it's still even Stevens. Perhaps a little bit more grip on these wets now, but not much. We'll have a look at the tyre stats here. Yeah, 11 to 7. There we go. Up the inside goes T-Brand. They're rubbing on each other. Look at that. They're slowing each other down as well. And T-Brand gets the maneuver, interlocking wheels. And they're very lucky to get away with that one. Andy Hernan now was close right up to them with Andy behind as well. So we'll have a look from Andy's vantage point. As Rush Naziri and Truxer are still fighting it out there. Just simple closing back up on them. Oh, into the wall goes Andy, I can't believe it. Oh, he's lost his front wing there. He's not a hobby camper, and that is a disaster. It's a VSC in the race. Let's have a look at that one one more time in the side-by-side replay. So we'll have a look here. It's all going well with Andy catching the cars up in front. But on them intermediates, no grip and into the wall ever so slightly on that acceleration. Let's have a look at that one more time. Absolute disaster. So through the exit of turn 5. Oh, just on that wetness and into the wall. Lucky he didn't crash out of the race there, you have to say. But unlucky to crash in the first place. Who else is pitting? Anyone on Inter's pitting now at this stage? Andy's pitted. Andernan's pit. Is Andernan going to put on a set of intermediates here? Yes, he is indeed. Let's have a look and see what that weather is bringing to us now at this moment in time. So there we go. It's actually going to dry up apparently by the end of this race. Hallelujah for that one. But it's going to change to Inters. And then dries. And do you stay out on wets till it dries out completely, or how do you play it? There we go. Andernan into 14th on a brand new set of inters and a fresh service on his car. It's lap 19 or 35. We are back to green flag racing. And Mr. Welter on his wet continues on his way. In the race leads 6 seconds in front of his teammate Ivor. Jolly Boy John in third. Kovic's got fourth with T-Brand in fifth. Quincy in sixth with Daryl in seventh. There's a yellow flag out there as well. Who's having issues? Oh, there we are. We are indeed. Skid Solo and Co down towards the chicane. Daryl in seventh. Anyway, Herman the German in eighth. Pleasant Snake 9th with No Sebo 10th. Tobinson in 11th with Andernan in 12th. Simple 13th with Andy in 14th. Up the inside goes Andy. Rush Naziri 15th. And Rush up the inside, so the Inters are now the better tire to be on. Skid Solo 16th, Teco 17th. So there we are. It's stopped raining heavy, and now it's going to be the intermediates. Let's have a look at Quincy and see if he can make back any of them positions he lost earlier on. Don't forget, he was looking very good on them. On them Inters. They restarted in third, I believe, and everyone passed them and bullied them out of the way. Tobelson and Andernan into the braking zone, and Andernan takes the position. Andy as well. I'm just going to go back to Quincy because he has caught these guys already. He's right in the back of T-Brown through the S's. Can he make a maneuver through the S's? That's going to be the question. Needs to use this advantage as quickly as possible. Being held up here, you have to say. Can't quite get the momentum. Kovic's starting to struggle on them wets as well. Kovic's is pitted, and so is Mr. Welter. We've seen how quick it dried up earlier on in qualifying. Is anyone going to stay out on wets until it dries out? Because if it stops raining now, which it's going to in the space of a lap or two, it's going to be dry within a lap. Quincy trying it hard on T-Brown, still can't make it stick on them intermediates to the wets in front. Seems to be stalled in fourth, but T-Brown positioning his car absolutely brilliantly out there. Just enough to cover off the corner or any possible attack from the car behind. But Quincy's trying to use the run, get going, but don't forget Andy was trying that earlier on and aquaplaned off the track. Conditions seem to be a little bit better here for Quincy than Andy earlier on, so we'll see. Through the S's once more, and this is the case in Hungary. Time and time again, people get caught up in traffic. They can't make a maneuver, and they're stuck for laps. Down towards the braking zone, Quincy dives to the inside. T-Brown defends around the outside, and they're still side by side. A T-Brown now is going to be up the inside for the left-hander, but Quincy swoops in into the braking zone and around the outside. Can he keep it? He does! And he's into third position. What an effort by Quincy. He worked on that all lap long. He caught his driver by surprise, and now he is released towards the drivers up in front. He isn't. The drivers up in front have pitted. Quincy is your new race leader with that maneuver. Up the inside comes Mr. Welter on his brand new Inters. So Mr. Welter's really got himself right back into it here as well, with his brand spanking intermediates earlier on. He's going to catch Quincy sooner rather than later, but Quincy's pulled a 1.2 second gap to T-Brown. And if T-Brown can defend like he did with Quincy, it could prove very difficult for Mr. Welter to get past here into second. We'll stay with this battle. Into the left-hander we go. Mr. Welter dives it up the inside and back around the outside he goes, but he's off the track. He's made that maneuver off the track. He has to give that position back. I'm not sure if the game is going to make him do it, but he should have to. Herman the German is on the back of T-Brown now. What a phenomenal effort, though, you have to say, from Mr. Welter to get that position. Touch and go with the track limits on the exit, but great effort nonetheless. So Mr. Welter 1.6 seconds behind Quincy. This is the battle for the race lead. field seems a bit spread out here now at the moment, but look at that. Mr. Welter on acceleration alone between turns 2 and 3 has gained almost half a second. Quincy's bleeding time out there. He does have almost 10 lap older tyres, so you can't imagine why. But Mr. Welter's on the tear up, and he's on the back of the AlphaTauri driver already. Oh, Quincy spun! I can't believe it! Into the wall goes Quincy. Does he have damage? No, he saves it from damage. He is so lucky with that one. Quincy, lucky to be in the Grand Prix, still in second. But Mr. Welter said thank you very much indeed with that one. He retakes the race lead on lap 23 of 35. As this race is coming into the final third of the distance. Mr. Welter leads the way with Quincy in second. Herman the German is now in third with Pleasant Snake in fourth. Ivor rounds out our top 5 with Jolly Boy John in sixth with Kovacs 7th. Andernan in 8th with Andy in 9th. Daryl in 10th. T-Bran in 11th with Thomas in 12th. Rush Naziri 13th with Taco 14th. No Sebo 15th. Sinful 16th and Skid Solo in 17th. Our running order as it stands at the moment. We have lost Chuckster and Kismakus, unfortunately, due to motorsport, being motorsport fairness. So, what can you do with that one? Daryl up the inside, no, into turn 4. That was close. Talk about applying pressure there. Whoa, that was decent. Nearly had a plane accident there. They get away with it, and Daryl is applying the pressure here. Andernan was so lucky not to be spooked off the track there with that maneuver. Rush Naziri picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limit violations out there, but can you blame any of them at this stage? Not really. Teco and Co are having a big battle out here. Who's that? That's the Alpine and Rush Naziri. Rush has gone way off, and that has dropped him back into 15th. He is not having a good day here this evening. He's on extremely worn intermediates now at this stage. Quincy and Herman with Pleasant Snake will all be in the same boat, and they're all right beside each other actually. All within a second. Daryl and Andernan side by side. Here we go through turns 3. That's not somewhere you normally see a pass. There's contact even further down the straight, and they have managed to get away with it. But Andernan and Daryl wouldn't be happy about that one. I sure wouldn't be. I'm sure Andernan wouldn't be either. Kovacs picks up a penalty for his troubles. And it looks as if it's stopped raining now. And Quincy's come into the pits. It has stopped raining. Is Quincy going to get a set of joys on? He has to with this stage. Throw the bucket at throw a Campbell. What tires is it? It's a set of sauce for Quincy. Quincy is pulling the trigger on the strategy here. It's still wet out there, but it's going to get drier and drier. Pleasant Snake has done it as well. Guga Kovacs and Andy side by side out here. Still through turns 2 and 3. Whoa. And he gets the maneuver though. Well, a spot by that. Let's have a look and see how Quincy gets on, because that is going to be interesting. He's on dries. He needs to stay on that section of track, that less wet section at this stage, but it's going to dry within a lap here. Look to see tire temperature. Look at that, that's a dry line already. So we just seen T-Brand blasting by on them intermediates. Yellow flag out there, 13 skid solos crashed, and it's a safety car. Oh my word, I can't believe it. There he is on the inside, skid solo on them intermediates, crashes out of the race, and that has just destroyed Quincy's strategy here. Mr. Welter's into the pits. Herman's into the pits. Ivor's into the pits, and everyone's going to be on a set of softs, and Quincy, I can't believe it, is going to be the one missing out here. He's the one with the strategy call, and he's the one getting wrecked. Disaster for Quincy. What are you meant to do? Avatari, we're not planning on that safety car. Now, if I was Quincy, I'd accelerate as fast as I could down the straight. Go, 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 go. Yeah, well, there we go. And Quincy from second into seventh, but he was almost put himself into that race lead. Everyone's on a brand new set of softs. Let's have a look and see what that weather's doing now. And it's going to be joy, joy, joy towards the end of the race. Happy days with that one. Simple into the pitch as well. So Darrell and Andernan, a bit of a weird exchange out there. They've sorted themselves out. And we're under safety car, lap 27 of 35. Let's have a look at one of our incidences earlier on. Have a look at the full replay. So this is on lap 24 of 35. And there's going to be some action here between a few of the drivers, bumping and banging perhaps. Between Andy and Darrell. Andernan and Darrell, I should say. No? Okay. Well, there we go. Let's have a look at some older footage here. Order Andy is being caught absolutely napping here. Herman's pitted, so Herman's pitting for a new set of wet tires, I'd assume here, and everyone else thunders back towards turn one and brings us back to racing. Mr. Welter's already 2 seconds up the road, but Ivor is up the inside, and there's contact. Anderman nearly into the wall. Holy moly! The cars up in front. Everyone is loose into the chicane. Lucky to get away with it. And there's contact on the exit as well. Where did Darrell think the Alfa Romeo was meant to go there? I'm not quite sure. Given his position back though. In fairness, his contact, he's spinning. Darrell is spinning, he's sideways at the side of the track. I can't believe it. And that was always going to happen. Two teammates. Disaster. Huge battle for third position here, involving 5 drivers. Sinful at the back here. Pleasant Snake can't do anything about it around the outside. Look at that. What a maneuver from Sinful, using that extra grip to his advantage and takes the position. Still sliding around. Quincy's keeping it out there. But Sinful is really pushing hard now on these wets. To the inside goes Nocebo to defend. But that could very well be a mistake as he's locking up into the chicane, into the hairpin. Oh, where did he go? He's there. How did he not career into the car in front? I have no idea. Herman's caught up follows up as the wets are the superior tire now at this stage up the inside. Oh, what a maneuver from Simple, getting the elbows out and making that maneuver stick, and that is position 4 for Simple. And here he goes extremely wide in turn 2. Herman. Oh my word, what are you doing? Herman the German has just crashed into Simple and caused a safety car. Unbelievable, the two wet drivers have crashed into each other. Yeah, so we're going back to the footage here because the safety car is going to be in at the end of this lap. And as you can see, the sunshine has returned here for the Hungarian Grand Prix in the Hungaroring. Mr. Welter leads the way. Herman the German in second, with Jolly Boy John in third, Ivor fourth, Kovacs in fifth, Quincy in sixth, the Pleasant Snake in seventh, Andernan in eighth, Andy in ninth, and Daryl, your top 10, T-Brand in 11th, Ateco 12th, Thomas in 13th, and Osebo 14th, and Sinful in 15th. We've lost Rush Naziri, Skid Solo, Truckster, and Kismakus, unfortunately, there. So I don't know what happened to Rush there, but we'll have to wait and see. Never mind now, it's all down to Mr. Welter when he brings us back to green flag racing. Let's wait and see. When does he go? Keeping it easy for now. Everyone behind trying to anticipate, not able to anticipate anyway. Good, now he goes. And he's got Herman the German right behind him. We've seen Herman having an issue earlier on in the race, but it's been such a topsy-turvy Grand Prix. Anything can happen, and anyone can still win it. Lap 30 of 35. We're back to green flag racing as the field go down to turn 1 in single file. Andy and Andernan side by side. Andy takes the position. He's up into 8th, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Daryl side by side. Look at the tank slapper. Holy moly. And Teco seems to have gotten involved there. With that one, we're looking back to the Nosebo who capitalizes. Look at the pack up here. Ivor, Jolly Boy John, Kovacs, Quincy, all battling with each other. Can Quincy do anything about it? He must be feeling salty after that safety car. Right on board with the AlphaTauri driver on it. He is through the S's. And I jump back because it's a fantastic 5-car battle here, you'd have to say, for third position. Six-car battle, I should say. Andy's up the inside of Pleasant and takes the position and makes it stick. So Andy's on the push here into 7th, and he's going to be going after Quincy. But Quincy, if he can make a maneuver on Kovacs into turn 1, he pulls to the inside into the braking zone. They're both side by side to the apex. Quincy and Kovacs are giving each other enough room here, but they're still side by side, and Quincy cannot make that maneuver stick. Yeah, through the turn 3 up the hill to 4 and 5 once again. Everyone having a great restart there. Let's have a look at the position changes. Everyone's on soft at this stage. Jolly Boy is up 5 positions. Kovacs is up 7. Look at Pleasant Snake up 11 positions. That's a cracking effort from himself. And Andy's down 6 here with Andernan down 4. So that's not good for them. And there's the penalties for anyone who's interested out there. Kovacs is on 3. Pleasant Snake's on 3. Daryl's on 3. Then we've got Thomason on 6. And the No7 and Teco on 5 each respectively. So there we go. Lap 32 of 35 coming to the crescendo of the Grand Prix here. Let me know in the old chat who you think is going to win this race. As up the inside goes Andy on Quincy. And there wasn't really much Quincy could have done about that one. Andy continues on his charge back up through the field. And Quincy is left ruining that safety car when he had pitted for dries and everyone else was out on wets. It looked, it could have been a strategy masterpiece, but unfortunately gets caught out with the safety car and loses all that position. Jolly Boy though capitalising very nicely indeed in third in the skid area. He's leading this train of cars, this pack through the S's at the moment. Can he hold on to it? That's going to be the question. Into turns 12 we go. As Ivor gets close to him, the DRS is going to be available next time, this time boy I should say. As we accelerate down towards turns 1, to the inside goes Ivor. Jolly Boy doesn't really have much of an answer, but look at Andy as well, dives it up the inside of the Haas, but runs wide at Kovalska. Does the old switcheroo, gets it back. But Jolly Boy tried something similar, but couldn't quite get her done. I think Herman is in second, holding his time. It's been a long day. Herman's biding his time in second, trying to make it stick here. Wide goes Kovalska, and he can see that he's gonna try and use that as fuel to get by. He's up the slipstream. Does he pop out? He does into the braking zone, but Kovalska has that one sorted. Kovalska using inspiration of K-Mag in real life. Elbows as big as Arctics out there, and Kovalska has shown us how it's done. Oh, look at this. Who's that? Quincy trying to nail a smart move there. He tried it. Didn't work out for him. A Pleasant Snake is now up his inside. But we've got the slipstream effect, and we're making a maneuver to the inside. Quincy tries it on, can't quite get it there, but down towards turns 2 they go with her side by side behind as well. And it's Pleasant Snake and Andernan battling it out now. They finally sort themselves out. No, they don't. Down towards turns 4, the Haas and the AlphaTauri side by side. They're still side by side. I cannot believe it. All the way through the whole first sector of the lap, these guys have been battling hammer and tongs. Quincy makes that maneuver. No, sorry, Andernan makes that maneuver. He gets a penalty in the meantime, and he's going to get the position back. So it's battle stations once again for the SSRL. This is the penultimate lap here. This is a fantastic battle developing for what is essentially 7th position, but the guys are really giving it large out there. And up the inside, Andernan makes the maneuver and passes Quincy, but that could very well turn out to be to his detriment. Herman the German is in second. Mr. Welter still leads the way. It's the final lap of the race, and we're going to have a look-ski at the guys now. These guys battling her. Andy to the inside of Kovalska makes that maneuver. Fair play, and that's going to be a good pass indeed. Quincy and Co, T-Bran and Darrell, this is where action can happen. Towards turns 4 we go. We're keeping an eye on the race leaders as well, as they are still battling hard, but there's 1.4 seconds between them. I think Herman may have just given up on this one on this occasion, settling for the points. So we'll jump to the race leaders for the last sector of the race. It's been one to trial and tribulations. Oh no, Pleasant Snake has crashed. That's never good. But joys and tribulations here this evening. It's been dry, it's been wet, it's been really wet and dry again. But it's Mr. Welter who takes the checkered flag and wins round 8 for the SSRL, followed home by Herman. And it's going to be Ivor in third. Let's have a look at the bottles back in the pack. Everyone else making their way across the line in the end. And that has been one of the best races for the SSRL I've seen in a while. That has been absolutely class as always. Mr. Welter wins the Grand Prix with Herman the German in second, and Ivor gets third. Congratulations once again to Mr. Welter. Herman the German gets driver of the day with the teams there. And Ivor in third. The podium celebrations are starting. Mr. Welter takes first position, joined by Herman in second and Ivor in third. But the trophies are handed out. The celebrations are starting here. The team are happy, the driver's happy. There's only one thing left to do. It's the champagne! Well done to Mr. Welter, who takes the win and the spoils here this evening. Herman the German in second and Ivor in third. It's been an absolute cracker here this evening. Mr. Welter wins, Herman the German in second and Ivor in third. That is your podium positions. Jolly Boy John, a very valiant fourth. Andy in fifth and Quincy in sixth after all that. Kovaska seventh, Andernan in eighth, T-Brand in ninth, and Daryl, your top 10 this evening. Dano Sebo in 11th with Thomas in 12th, RPM Sinful in 13th, and Teco 14th. They are your finishers here this evening. Pleasant Snake crashed on the last lap with Rush Nazari crashing as well. Skid Solo, Chuckster and Kismakus all had their trials and tribulations this evening. But congratulations once again to Mr. Welter, who wins the race. Herman the German in second and Ivor in third. We're going to try and get these guys in a bit of a chatterooski if we can momentarily here in the commentary booth. Let's get the guys in the lobby. Congratulations, Mr. Welter. You've won the Hungarian Grand Prix. How do you feel after that race?
Ecstatic, but also very sweaty, because I don't know how hot it's over there where you live, but here it's still 26 degrees.
Holy moly, you really were pushing it hard, just as wet as the wets out there as well. How did you find the chopping and changing conditions? You seem to be the one who pulled it out with the bag in the end.
Yeah, I was 10 seconds ahead before the last safety car, so I think I made the right strategy calls, but at least don't make any mistakes. That's the golden lesson, I think.
Well, you absolutely smashed it here this evening. Herman in second, congratulations. You definitely had your trials and tribulations. Tell us, how did the race go for you?
There was some race. So basically, we were eager to see if the full weight came, and then that was the right call at that time, but then the collision was sinful. I just had oversteer, smashed into him. Apologize already. And then after that we were down. Everyone was like has stayed out on the Inter. We decided to go for the Inter as well because of the safety car window, and like no one could recover the pace on another tire without boxing under the safety car. Most of them guys did. So we were just trying to survive the rest of the full wet phase. And then suddenly we're in P4, P5 because people at the front like Eva, Wouter and Andy pitted late. And then we just waited for the next thing to happen. Snake, unfortunately, again, unlucky with the safety car. I was there, and then I was stopped by my equipment, unfortunately. I had massive brake problems this race.
Oh,
my
okay.
throttle, my brake pedal was stuck at some stages in low speed corners, and this track has a lot of them. So, but I think Walter was deserving winner tonight anyway, and I just focus on Andy because Walter's gap to me is a bit bigger than Ivo's and Walter, so than Andy. So I'm just happy I finished some places ahead, and I hope that stays until the next race, and then fully come back in Monza.
Of course. So fair play to you anyway, man. It was definitely one, and congratulations on your result as well. Ivor,
Thank you.
Ivor in third there. How did you get on during the race? Was there anything there that caught you by surprise? And how did your strategy work out for you in the end?
Cheers, mate. My teammate is back. Congratulations for him. It was a very interesting race, to be honest. Everyone put in a lot of different strategies, and you don't know if should I pit, should I not, should I stay a little bit longer, should I not. I find myself getting into Snake and Herman in the last laps of the rain, and then when everyone pits, unfortunately, it was slightly closer still to Wouter, and I lost 1 second in the pit lane, and Jolly Boy put it into the middle. So that was, well, I'm pretty sure I had nothing to do with those two at the front. So I focused on just be a little bit patient at the end and overtake Jolly when the DRS was able, and that's it. It's the last thing I could do. Both of them were faster. Congratulations to both of them. But it was a pretty fun race, to be honest.
Yeah, it certainly was. The highlight reel is definitely going to be a big one there with that one. But you've done it all again. Fair play to you once again. Mr. Wouter, who wins the race. Herman, the German, in second, and Ivor in third. We'll be back next week with round 9. I've been Lemony Tang. Have yourself a great week.